Hello everyone, I hope you are having a great time. Today I would like to share tube rolling experience of Pavane Horizon series CV181 tubes, which is interchangeable to 6S and 7 tubes. I've been using these tubes for quite a long time, using this Schiit Audio Freya Plus preamplifier stage. Factory option came with JJ6S and 7 tubes. It's been like a little over a month now. The tubes are well burned in and it's all set up. When I started rolling, I changed to buffer stage tubes on this Freya Plus, which is on the left side. So I changed it with Pavane Horizon CV181 tubes, and then I let it run for a few days. And what I can notice is using this CV181 from Horizon series on buffer stage is more enhancement and three-dimensional notes with much quieter background, clearer presentation with more precise sound signature and sound quality. So that is most noticeable thing. The voices and vocals are a little bit more natural and there is more refinement to it. So just changing the buffer stage. Using that for a few days, then I started rolling it again with gain stage, right? Sound enhancement and improvements are more noticeable than buffer stage, but it also microphonics effect is more present and more noticeable. Little tap on the chassis of this Freya Plus can hear it through my speaker, so that's a little downside. But please keep in mind, all these kind of tubes and pre-stage tubes can be very microphonics depending on what you pair with. Internal transformer noise and circuit noise can totally enhance that experience. So that's depending on what kind of amplifier and what kind of component you pair with. Because of that, I tried very same tubes over to Musicshare X9. It's not noticeable when I switch it over to X9. Microphonics effects or side effects per se, those are not bad at all. As long as you don't have very loud white noise as soon as you put those tubes in, or you are hearing crackling sound when the vocals or upper mid range is more pronounced notes, then that tube has a problem. Because of that, I thoroughly went through with these Horizon CV181 4 tubes that I have, and I don't experience any of it. So only microphonics effect is more noticeable in gain stage than the buffer stage. So when I use this CV181 Horizon tubes on both section, buffer and gain on this Freya Plus, sound improvement totally outweigh that microphonics effect. So microphonic effects is as long as you don't touch that tubes or that chassis, it should not be big issue because you can hear it. Right now the gain is around 85 dB, 85 dB gain right now, almost 12 o'clock position, pairing with this top-end B200 Class AB fully balanced mono blocks with this Freya Plus. B200 has a gain setting, so I put that gain setting on high gain setting on both of these mono blocks. So pairing with that, and I don't hear any hissing noise. And plus, I don't hear any crackling noise or high-pitched noise when extreme frequency is produced. So that is not a bad thing or not a bad tubes in general. What I'm saying is it's more to do with pairing component than tube itself. Because when I'm listening, comparing back to back with stock JJ6S and 7 tubes, the background noise is much quieter, much clearer, and more precise notes in all over the frequency range with very good refinement in sound quality. So overall tonal balance is nice and tubey sound with rich sound signature with refined notes in all over the frequency range. Nice and rich bass notes it will present and very much enjoyable sound. Voices and vocals are very natural and accurately reproduced with rich tonality to it. So airiness and spaciousness is out of this world compared to stock JJ6S and 7 tubes. Personally, I like the way they sound in my system. The CV181 from Pavane Horizon series. It has nice and rich tonal balance with all the good thing about tube amplification is well reproduced and represented for musical enjoyment. So I totally love the way it sounds. So those little downside is it can be a little bit of microphony. Other than that, as long as you don't touch the tubes or tap the chassis, should not have any problem. So usually when you tap it with the power on, when the bad microphone effect is when you tap it, it will not sound pleasant. It will sound crackle. Okay, that's the one thing that you can test it out easily. Best testing method for me is when the power is on, crank the volume control all the way up without playing music. If you don't hear terribly loud white noise, you should not have any issue. Let me try that for you. So I got my remote control. I'm gonna crank it all the way up. The amplifiers are on, everything is on. Let's see if you can hear white noise. It's at the end. I'm not hearing anything. What it says is it's just sensitive to the noise inside the socket. That's pretty much it. If you want to try these tubes, you should try it. It sounds so good. So that's it, my friend. That is my experience and my enjoyment that I like to share with you. Thank you for watching and happy listening.
Did you say I've got a lot to learn? Well, don't think I'm trying not to learn.